Good morning, grade 11s. Welcome back for another lesson. For this lesson, we will be focusing on language and comprehension. Please take note that I do, however, only explain one part of the work, but there are more activities which you need to complete given to you at the end of the lesson. For our first activity, we are going to be looking at Concord. This can be found on page 85 of your textbook. Concord means that there needs to be an agreement between your subject and your verb in a sentence. So if your subject was singular, then your formal verb also had to be singular. But if your subject was plural, then your formal verb also had to be plural. Let's look at some examples to indicate this. In our first example, you will see that we are working with the Queen of Sheba. Because she is only one person, our form of verb takes on a singular form. So in this case, it is was. So our sentence reads, the Queen of Sheba was determined to visit him. Queen of Sheba, one subject, was singular form of verb. Therefore, you can say that there's an agreement between this subject and the verb. For our second example, we work with singular subjects, but these subjects have been made up by more than one person or more than one thing. Even though there are more than one person or thing in this specific subject, it forms a unit, and we refer to the unit as a singular subject. So in the example, they refer to treasure. Even though treasure might consist of more than one thing found, it makes up a unit, and therefore it needs to have a singular form of verb. In our third example, we refer to plural verbs and plural subjects. A plural subject means you have more than one person or thing doing something specific. Therefore, your verb also needs to take on a plural form. In our example, Swart and his companion were riding in the bush. It shows you that there were more than one person doing this specific activity. Therefore, you needed a plural form of verb. In our fourth example, we work with words such as neither and either. Both these words take on a singular form, and therefore they need to have a singular form of verb. In the example, it says to you, if either account is accurate, then Swartz's treasure is still lying hidden in the ground. So in this case, it shows you that there's only one specific story that is accurate. Therefore, you have a singular form of verb. Finally, in our slide that was slightly fast, it says to you that our pronouns need to agree with our nouns. So this basically just means if you are given a noun in a sentence, your pronoun needs to relate to that specific noun. Which means if your pronoun was male, then you have to use a masculine form of pronoun. For instance, my dad is the best. He makes us breakfast every morning. Now you can see that your pronoun relates to your noun. Same goes if your pronoun was female. Then again, your pronoun has to take on a feminine form. For instance, my aunt is visiting us because she doesn't want to stay at home alone. Again, you can see that your pronoun relates to your noun. If, however, you don't know the gender of your noun, then you make use of the word it to refer to it in general. Now for your activities. For the first activities, you need to do activities 7, 8, and 9 found on pages 85 and 86. This is about Concord. Please follow the instructions given to you in the textbook and remember to underline your answers. When you are done with your Concord activity, you need to do a comprehension activity found on pages 81 to 83. This is about a mystery. You'll see that there are some pictures given to you on page 81. Please look through them before reading the mystery. Then answer the questions by activity 5. For your final activity, you are going to revise formal language. This is activity 4 found on page 137. Each question will tell you in brackets or at the end of each question, it will tell you in brackets exactly what you need to change in that specific question. Just a reminder, formal language doesn't contain any slang. So that's what you need to change mostly in these questions given to you. Have fun!